When companies are considering improvements to their software development lifecycle process, it is sometimes useful to consider the Cynefin framework. That's C-Y-N-E-F-I-N. It's a Welsh word meaning habitat or place, but that doesn't begin to convey its true meaning, certainly not in the context of the Cynefin framework. The framework strives to break down problem spaces or problem domains into 4 broad categories. The first category we'll consider is that called complex, meaning that there's a lot of interesting behavior going on in there that is not well understood, and there's certainly no clear, correct answer or even approach to what needs to be taken on. In this case, the goal is to try something, iterate through what we know, then inspect it and adapt. This is absolutely a real sweet spot for agile approaches. The next quadrant we'll consider is called complicated. And the complicated quadrant is really a domain for expertise. There is potentially multiple correct answers and certainly lots of different ways to approach it. And there's a number of ideas that seem relatively clear. And this tends to be a good spot to apply lean principles, where we can pull the waste out while adhering to some well-understood best practices. Another quadrant to consider is the chaotic quadrant, where really we just need to act. We have no opportunity for delay. We need to act, see if it worked. If it didn't, try something else. Obviously, this isn't a quadrant you would want your problem space to remain in, and so we would over time seek to move it into one of the others. And then the last one is the simple problem domain, which is best thought of as really an assembly line sort of process. And this is the place where a solution has been found, it is well understood, and perhaps has been applied hundreds of times in different organizations as well. And so this is for sure, the sweet spot for common off-the-shelf software packages.